How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and it is official, Cowboys Nation. If you're following all of our wonderful Cowboys content creators out there, you would know that it is official. Linebacker DeMarvion Overshown has officially made his conversion to Agent Zero. Last year, Micah Parsons started a campaign for DeMarvion Overshown. The campaign was for Rowdy, the Dallas Cowboys mascot, to give up number 0 so that DeMarvion Overshown can don the number for the 2025 NFL season and beyond. Well, Angry Cowboys fan, the campaign has finally become a reality. Patrick Walker from DallasCowboys.com got a chance to catch up with Agent Zero for a quick interview. So we're going to take a listen to the few clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to Patrick Walker and DeMarvion Overshown.
DeMarvion, just talk about what this means to you with the first one at Texas, with the number 0. You're ushering in that era with the Dallas Cowboys. What does this number mean to you, and just how important is it for you to wear it?
You know, I've always felt like as soon as they changed the policy where you can wear 0 in the NFL, and like I just knew it was meant to be, like being the first one to wear it at Texas, as you say, growing up a Longhorn, a Cowboy, you know, in the great state of Texas, I wear it as a badge of honor. You know, it's not too many people that get to say they're the first to do anything, and the fact that I was the first to wear 0 at Texas, first to do it in Dallas Cowboys history, you know, that's a badge of honor. And when I say, it's just like when Superman put on his cape, when I put that 0 on, man, it's really Agent O out there.
When Superman puts on that cape, when he puts on that 0, it's a totally different story out on the field, Cowboys Nation. But it is good to see that the campaign for DeMarvion Overshown to wear Agent Zero has ended up in a positive note. Last year, when DeMarvion Overshown was playing, I didn't think Jerry Jones would listen to Micah Parsons, but it looks like it happened, Cowboys Nation. Demo even went to where they were printing the damn jerseys to go ahead and sign one. I mean, I know when I played, number 45 was a super importance for me to wear. I wore that number while I was playing basketball and football back in middle school and high school. When I started playing semi-pro football, it was super important for me to secure that number, Cowboys Nation. I am happy that DeMarvion Overshown has been able to secure his number as well. Now let's go ahead and roll into that second clip. Let's roll the clip.
And speaking of feeling like Superman when you put that on, everybody's anticipating your return to the field. Obviously, you suffered a devastating knee injury last season in 2024, but you're no stranger to adversity. You bounced back from the first one, was on a trajectory to be a Pro Bowler, if not better. What's your outlook, and where are you right now in the recovery from that injury?
I'm expecting no drop-off. You know, just the other day I said I'm not only want to be nominated, but I want to be the comeback player of the year. Just knowing like what it takes to get back to the level of what I was playing at, knowing that I'm capable of that. You know, I've been through this before, so that, of course, that helps. And, you know, just knowing what I'm going back to. You know, it ain't my rookie year no more. Last year, it was still brand new to me. You know, it was like a kid in a little tiny pool. But now, you know, I feel like I'm a shark in the ocean. I can do what I want to in this league. So it's really just about getting healthy.
Cowboys Nation, both DeMarvion Overshown's injuries were devastating knee injuries. Injuries that could hurt the average man coming back to play in the NFL. But that hasn't stopped Demo, though, Cowboys Nation. He has been attacking his rehab like the beast that he is on the field and has made it a priority to come back and attain that Comeback Player of the Year award. Every Dallas Cowboy fan that's witnessed him play knows that this award can be attainable for him, easily attainable for him. That all depends on if he comes back to be a full participant on the roster this year. If he comes back in December, I don't know if that award could be attainable during the 2025 NFL season. Does that mean we could potentially see DeMarvion Overshown back on the field earlier than expected, Cowboys Nation? I don't know. I'm hoping that they don't rush him back. But now let's go ahead and get into that third clip. Roll the clip.
Now, there are some outside the building who are wondering if you step foot on the field in 2025. What's your message to those people who are doubting your ability to overcome adversity and your ability to return this season?
You know, keep it coming. It just fuels me. You know, I see it. You know, I'm not blind to it, but I know what's for me, and I already seen myself and what I'm gonna be doing on the field next year. I've already seen it in the vision, so I just know that. You know, the love, I feel the love just as much as I see the doubters. So, you know, just keep it coming. But no, I'm going to be on the field next year.
Of course we got doubters, Cowboys Nation. Shoot, some of those doubters are even within the Dallas Cowboys fan base, unfortunately. But one of the things that I hope the Dallas Cowboys allow DeMarvion Overshown to do, I hope that they allow him to fully recover and they don't rush him back on the field. We'll talk about that more during the Raw and Uncut portion, so make sure you stick around for that. Now let's go ahead and finish the clips off with the fourth clip of this interview so we can come back and unpack this Raw and Uncut. So, Cowboys Nation, let's go ahead and get into it.
And once you get onto the field, and even now you're preparing with another defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus. He returns to the Dallas Cowboys, and he's known as a linebacker guru. Guess what position you play? Linebacker. What have those conversations already been like with Eberflus, and what's his plan for you on how to utilize you in his system?
Just making sure, first of all, I'm ready when I get healthy, and that's been our main talking points. Is just staying in the building. You know, even when like we doing cones, just line up the cones. You know, mental reps, but it's running hit defense. You know, exactly where I want to be and what's gonna make me take my game to the next level. We talked about things that I can work on, things that not only gonna make me a Pro Bowler, but an All Pro, and you know, a guy that's up for the Defensive Player of the Year award one day. So just having those conversations, knowing that all his defenses are like that, and he's not going nowhere where he don't believe he can make some stuff shake. And you know, I'm all for it. The guys in the building is all for it, and we ready to run through a wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, DeMarvion Overshown, your newest and first and only Agent Zero for the Dallas Cowboys.
I love DeMarvion Overshown's outlook when it comes to his relationship with Matt Eberflus and the communication that he has with his defensive coordinator. Knowing that the Dallas Cowboys will be getting used to a new defensive coordinator, it's a breath of fresh air to know that said coordinator loves to solidify that linebacker room. But y'all ready for this Raw and Uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. DeMarvion Overshown is a beast at the linebacker position. We all know this, Cowboys Nation. Ever since he was drafted, I've looked forward to watching this man play on the field. When he went down to his first season-ending knee injury, I would talk to my brother Rick about how I couldn't wait for him to heal and get back on that field, Cowboys Nation. When he came back, Demo was a certified dog. He also showed that he could be yet another leader on the defensive side of the ball with Micah Parsons. He unfortunately went back down with yet another season-ending knee injury. But DeMarvion Overshown's determination to get back on that field should be a driving force for anybody who has had a recent season-ending injury. The way he attacks his rehabilitation, his attitude toward getting back on the field and being an impact for the Dallas Cowboys, his drive on and off the field, he is the ultimate example of will, drive, determination, and grit. One thing that I mentioned earlier was I hope that Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys won't try to rush him back on the field before he's 100% healthy. I understand that he may not be 100% DeMarvion Overshown, but the amazing thing is that Overshown is pushing himself to get back to 100%. He is looking to get back to 100%. He is envisioning himself with no drop-off, Cowboys Nation. But history has shown us that Jerry Jones loves to rush impact players back on the field after a season-ending injury. He rushed Trayvon Diggs back. He rushed Michael Gallup back. Shoot, I feel that he rushed Terrence Steele back, and said position suffered because of it, Cowboys Nation. The Dallas Cowboys can't afford to rush DeMarvion Overshown back because we need our linebacking core stout and ready to go. So, Jerry, allow this man to heal, then bring him back. But could you imagine if the Dallas Cowboys have a great season without DeMarvion Overshown and then we get him back a couple of weeks before the playoffs? That would be the push that the Dallas Cowboys need in order to make a deep run into the playoffs. I am stamping it right here, Cowboys Nation. But I'm going to keep it a buck. A lot of people consider Micah Parsons the leader of the Dallas Cowboys, which he has solidified himself as such. Let's not get it twisted, Cowboys Nation. I also think that DeMarvion Overshown can be yet another leader on that defensive side of the ball. The reason being is because your peers see you putting in 150% effort into your play. They will want to do the exact same thing. Remember, lead by example, and I feel that DeMarvion Overshown does just that. The only thing we need for him to do is to remain healthy, and his play will speak for itself. So congratulations to DeMarvion Overshown for finally getting the number that completes him. Take it from someone who played the game. Having the number that you want is positive for your psyche, and in this case, will allow DeMarvion Overshown to continue the legacy that he has made within Texas football. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. How do you feel about DeMarvion Overshown finally getting number 0? Do you feel that something as simple as a number change could change a player's trajectory and attitude toward playing? Y'all know how we do it. We always talk about it in the comment section. But if you're digging this content and want to help the Angry Cowboys Fan reach our current goal of 10,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and can't wait for the season to start and for Agent Zero to finally don the number meant for him, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, draft coverage, or Madden 25 or College Football 25 gameplay. I believe that DeMarvion Overshown is a key piece to the Dallas Cowboys defense. I pray that he can make a triumphant return to the starting lineup and wreck shop on any opposing offenses that we face. Take your time, though, DeMarvion Overshown. Take your time. Just know that we'll be buying that Agent Zero jersey before the start of the 2025 NFL regular season. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.